Chapter 22. After leaving the cardiac care unit, Malcolm and I went back to the emergency waiting room, where I had left all that paperwork. I wanted to pretend that I hadn't heard my grandmother's decision to close the coffee house, but her words followed me, echoed off the elevator's walls. Could she have suffered brain damage? No. I knew in my heart that she had made the right decision, if only we didn't turn the space over to such a pig. As we stepped off the elevator, Irmgard walked through the hospital's automatic entry doors, a suitcase in her hand. In the distance, a taxi pulled out of the load-unload lane. Dressed in a gray wool coat, with a black shawl wrapped around her shoulders, she could have easily been Sister Irmgard. Her eyes widened when she noticed Malcolm. She dropped the suitcase and rushed back outside. "Irmgard," I called, rushing after her. "Where are you going?" I caught up to her at the edge of the parking lot. "Irmgard?" She stopped walking and looked towards the hospital, her eyes wild. "Is it the message?" I asked. She nodded furiously. "You don't want it?" She shook her head. "Why don't you want it? What do you think it is?" Of course she said nothing. "Irmgard, you were right. He is an angel." I paused. "Are you a nun? Were you a nun?" It would explain this extra short hair, the plain clothing, and the makeupless face. And the lack of jewelry, except for the little silver cross. Perhaps the oath of silence was required at St. Clair's, but why would it be required in the outside world? She took a step back and her eyes filled with tears. What was the matter with her? Shouldn't a nun or an ex-nun be thrilled about meeting an angel? Wouldn't this be the biggest moment of her life? "Oh, Irmgard," I said, taking her hand, "don't worry. You don't have to read the message. I'll tell Malcolm that you don't want it. Please come inside. I need your help with the hospital's paperwork. I don't understand some of the questions, and if I don't fill out the insurance forms, then we'll have to pay for everything ourselves." Irmgard's eyes relaxed, and she nodded. I led her to the waiting area, collecting the suitcase on the way. Malcolm had gone. A few people were complaining about the sudden drop in temperature. The receptionist asked a janitor where all the fish had gone. Other than the stream of bubbles rising in a tube, nothing moved inside the aquarium. Had Malcolm set them free? Of course he had. We sat. "Did you find Grandma's insurance information?" I asked. She opened the suitcase and took out another purse. My grandmother's daytime purse. I had grabbed the wrong one. She had also collected Grandma's pajamas, slippers, bathrobe, bedside radio, all the medications from the bathroom counter, and a container of homemade soup. I showed her the pile of papers. She opened the purse and pulled out a Medicare card. Then she started filling out the forms. "Thank you," I said, feeling totally relieved. Malcolm rushed through the automatic doors, holding his satchel. Before I could stop him, he waved the golden envelope. "You've got to take it," he said. Irmgard gasped and dropped the pen, her eyes darting madly. A wall, an aquarium, and an angel blocked her escape. She closed her eyes, then opened them. Closed, then opened them, as if trying to wish him away. "I won't disappear this time," Malcolm said. "I mean you no harm, Irmgard, but you can't refuse to take a message." "Malcolm, she doesn't want it," I said. "Can't you see you're upsetting her?" "I don't mean to cause upset." He looked at the envelope. "All messages are important, but it's becoming a real burden to carry this one around." "Just put it down," I told him. "We can talk about it later. Right now we gotta finish these forms." He opened his hand. The envelope floated down through the air, ever so slowly, like a feather. When it landed on the glass table, the table shattered. Those sitting nearby leaped from their seats. The receptionist called security. "You try carrying that around," Malcolm said snippily. "She needs to take it before it gets any heavier." Then Irmgard did something that totally surprised me. I had never seen her get angry before. She believed Malcolm to be an angel, but she glared at him, her eyes blazing. Holding her neck straight, looking right into his sparkling eyes, she folded her arms and refused to take that envelope. He threw his hands into the air. "What am I supposed to do? Do you have any idea the kind of trouble I'm in?" She shook a piece of glass from her shoe, then turned her back to him. Continuing to work on the papers. Her defiance was shocking. Wouldn't a nun be afraid of some sort of heavenly wrath? "Irmgard, do you want me to read it?" I asked. "You can't," Malcolm said. "I can't even read it. Only she can." He picked up the envelope and slid it back into his satchel. "You two are the most perplexing women I've ever met." The automatic doors slid open and Malcolm, his kilt swishing with every angry step, stormed off into the night.